Welcome everybody to Trackside Racing Network. We are live here from where we at? Irwindale. Sorry about that. I forgot where we was. In the booth, Darren Pemberton, Adam Chapman. Once again, week number 5 now underway. 4 different winners so far after Derek's famous bump and run call. He's been dying to see that. He finally got to see it tonight. Derek, man, looking forward to this race.
Yeah, and I think we might have a chance of seeing that again here tonight with the way that this track is. I'm kind of, man, is it possible we could see 2 in a row? I've waited almost 2 years for it, and I can see it back-to-back weeks. I'm kind of intrigued about this.
Yeah, this track's definitely a high-line top track. You're going to have to put the bumper to people or slide jump. Really, it kind of reminds me of Kansas when we watch a big wreck coming off turn 4, 5 cars collected here in practice. But me and Derek was sitting here talking, and we noticed some very interesting things. By the way, tonight we will have a new track record. This is the first time we have ever raced here at Irwindale. And there is no main sponsor for tonight, but of course make sure you check these guys out. Race NASRA, that's racenasra.com. So anyway, me and Derek was talking, and we noticed a lot of interesting facts. Derek, what all did you see?
Well, right now, if I'm just going to kind of run through this since we got a little bit of time here. I'm just going to run by, some of the point standings here. Dante Curtis is our points leader. Scott Austin 2nd, Russell Chernisky 3rd, Adam Jocelyn 4th, and Brian Hacker 5th. That's our top 5. But
separated by very little, by the way.
Yes, the point gap is very little. But that's not the part I wanted to bring up. The part I want to bring up is we're going to have to look at penalty points.
Yeah.
The penalty points have caused quite a bit of a shakeup, if you will, here. Of course, Dante Curtis right now, of course, he's in the lead. He doesn't have any penalty points. But he would not be the points leader if it's not for someone having 74 penalty points in the 4th race.
And that is, who was it? Michael Goodard. Yeah.
Goodard, I guess.
Yeah. Now, he didn't get a penalty last week. Charles Lahr got the penalty. And I know people look at like 70 points. What did he do? Derek, you got information on what it was? Because we could say this because these are stats given out to the public. Anybody can go see these.
Yeah, and I believe it was not for being in team speak is what I believe is that I've heard, I would think. But it was just over different things. But the thing is, Michael Goodard, he's 22nd in points with these penalty points. Mm-hmm. If he was to have followed all the rules set by the league, he would be our points leader by 1 point.
Wow.
But that is not all. If we go back up to the top here, and we look what's going on in 3rd position in points is Russell Chernisky. He has 5 penalty points. You're thinking, oh, what's so big about 5 penalty points? He would be in 2nd position in points right now by a margin of 1 single point. And there isn't no telling how many different things are so different here.
Yeah.
Like AJ Persett right now, he would be easily inside the top 5, I believe, in points because he has 27 penalty points. That would put him easily, actually I'm sitting here looking here right at it, looks like he would actually be tied for 2nd right now without penalty points. I mean, just so many penalty points here are causing a lot of these guys' valuable positions. Like I said, Michael Goodard could be the points leader, and he's 22nd in points. That's crazy.
Yeah, it really is.
Heard that.
And somebody else that I don't know if Colin Allman has any points penalties, but he's showing back in 29th in points. He's our fastest right now. He's got 2 top 5s. I'm thinking that there's a points penalty somewhere on him.
Who's that?
Colin Allman, maybe week 1 or week 2. We'd have to check. But
yes, he has a 44-point penalty.
Okay, so that explains a lot. So look where he's at in point, and this is huge because every driver knows they have to be in team speak because just in case they finish good interviews and such. Man, you've got to give it to the guys that don't have penalties. Honestly.
Yeah, and honestly, that's all that you really got to think about is it's not really so much about finishing well. I mean, that is the main idea, but you also got to follow all the rules, and I think that shows a big part in it right now. And I mean, because you look at it. I mean, Dante Curtis doesn't have any penalty points. The top 2 don't have any.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of guys that don't, but the guys that do, I mean, they
could be solidly in the top 5 in points. Honestly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too.
I'm about to say, because it's not like, everyone's just kind of got like 5 or 10. It's 5, 27, 21, 39, 74, 44. I mean, it's big penalty points. And I don't want to say that it may have taken Michael Goodard out of a chance at a championship, but...
Oh, I think it, honestly, to be honest, with the competition, I think it does.
I mean, 22nd in points, that's not the end of the world. We've seen bigger, but having to overcome 74 penalty points, I just want to point this out.
I want to mention, he's 73 points behind the points leader right now.
Yes.
With 6 races remaining and 5 races after this one. Wait, I'm sorry. How many more races? This is race 5 out of 12. So we still got like 7 races left. So it might not be necessarily out of reach, but he's going to have consistent good finishes without any penalty points. Of course, they do get bonus points as well.
Just my thing is, though, you kind of brought something up there. He has the 74 penalty points. He's got almost as many penalty points as he does actual points.
Yeah.
And that's got to hurt as a driver, especially if someone like me just points it out. You could be the points leader right now if it isn't for that, and you don't even have a race win. Yeah. If I say, if you don't even have a win and you're the points leader, you're doing something right. One thing
about this league as far as bonus points goes, and you know this, Derek, these guys don't pit for tires. You're not allowed to take tires, so you don't come down pit road. You do get a bonus point for lead a lap. So some of these guys that may get that extra bonus point that we see in our other series that we broadcast, people staying out just to get 1 bonus point, we're not going to have that here. Because there is no pit stops that happen for the leaders pretty much all race unless they wreck or something. So you do get a bonus point for leading laps. You get 2 bonus points for finishing race with 0 incidences. 1 bonus point for most positions gains, which last week went to Russell Charninsky, who gained 11 positions last week, which was very impressive. Finish race with 0 incidences, you get 2 as well. I didn't say that actually. No, I haven't. That went to Troy Lent, and then lead 1 or more laps. Now that was Tim Bills and Logan Runyon last week, because remember the bump and run. So yeah, another thing is, and I want to mention this, you do get points even if you don't qualify, which is good. But there was some big names last week that didn't qualify.
Yeah, that is true. We had I think we sent 4 or 5 guys home. So
I'm looking at it now. It was like about 5 or 6, I think is what I'm seeing. Anyway, there's a little bit of stat sheets. We kind of enjoy talking about them. It's pretty interesting stuff. So you can see the caution lights are on. We do got pace laps. We got qualifying. That is now taking place. Yeah, right. That is now taking place as you ride on board with Adam Jocelyn and the number 78 car. Of course, Irwindale. I think this might be your first time actually here on the Outer Banks. I know we were in figure 8 and stuff just for fun of it, but definitely a different type of track. This is more of a high line to middle groove track. It's going to be tough to pass here.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to say, this kind of reminds me a little bit of Darlington, maybe a little bit.
Kind of, maybe not as high, but yeah. I'll tell you somebody's going to have a good run as A.J. Rogers. I'm waiting to see what he can do.
Actually, Adam Jocelyn been out at the top of the board. He was about middle of the pack in practice, so it's actually Colin Allerman right there, if I can say his name right. He jumps to the top of the board with Michael Goodard right there. Also jumps up to 2nd on the board now.
I'm anxious to see what Christopher Moody can do. He didn't qualify last week in the 99.
By the way, I just wanted to let you know. Let me make sure I'm looking at this right here. This is actually kind of surprising. You know the guy that's been dominating practice and qualifying?
Yes.
Logan Running was 3rd in practice, which that's not that big of a deal, but that's kind of a big deal coming from just looking at it. He's been dominating practice and qualifying for the most part, I think, ever since I even started broadcasting, and it's kind of weird to see him not be at the top of the board in practice.
It is. Well, what's even going to be more weird about it is, and I don't want to jinx Logan because he's a fantastic racer. Anybody that knows the super late models knows Logan Runyon because that's how good he is. But there is that chance we could have 5 different winners in 5 races. Will we see our first back-to-back? I don't know. Right now the times are very close, I will say that. Within the first 7, we're only a 10th off of the first 7, so... And I say that in a line now.
Well, I'm about to say it's because a lot of these guys are getting out there. They're running their 2nd fast lap. As here comes actually Adam Jocelyn back around to complete his final lap.
Bob Moran qualifies 11th, by the way. And you said Jocelyn?
Jocelyn jumps to 4th on the board.
Yep,
nice little pickup there.
Logan. Logan going to go sideways.
And that is
good job saving
well,
it.
he'll still be 3rd. I don't think he will fall.
Who's on the bubble right now? Lana Lacey pretty close, actually. Lana Lacey's 24th right now.
Yeah, and Danny Lawson is the one on the bubble right now. Jonathan Smith, actually,
Jimmy Babs actually just knocked Danny Lawson off. That's a pretty big knockoff for Jimmy. Lana Lacey's actually back out on track as well.
I'm going to say, we've got everyone that's qualified. All 30 cars have qualified. Landon gets in the wall. Not good. We'll see what he can put down here, getting through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, I will say, I don't know if we're going to have anybody go back out from the 25th back or from the 26th back. They looks like so Jimmy Babs, Lana Lacey may barely be able to get in.
Yeah, it's actually, I just heard someone else kind of go out and check. Charles Law tried to go out there, put another lap.
He got penalized. His paint's awesome, by the way. That's a good looking paint. Yeah, that's a very good looking paint.
I believe qualifying, pretty much everyone that's on the bubble is done. Actually, you know,
it looks like that is it.
Yeah, Jonathan Smith doesn't even make the event. That does surprise me actually by a lot.
Yeah, that's actually, big.
I mean,
wait, he was last year's season champion.
Wow, and this year he is.
Well, even his teammate AJ Brissett, Joseph McWhorter.
He's 14th in points. He's 14th in points. Doesn't even make it. Wow, Joseph McWhorter, AJ Brissett having. I mean, I hate to say it like this, they're having bad qualifying runs, but now we should see them maybe work their way up through the race. Dante Curtis, 9th on the board.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. There's some Logan fell back to 5th. Donald Clark. Donald's looking for that good run, man. He said it. He keeps getting caught up. He did have a little bit better run last week, but he keeps getting caught up in stuff that he does not be a part of. I will say Tim Bills is up to 2nd. Go figure.
Yeah, I was about to say, I just saw that.
But what I want to do, I want to watch Bob run this lap real fast to make sure that he's not going to move up. But I want to go ahead and bring in Colin and talk to him before we head to commercial break, before we get this race started. So let me go ahead and bring him in. Once I find out where he's at.
NRC.
Oh, there he is. Bring him down. Hey, Colin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Well, man, it looks like you're going to be the pole sitter for tonight. Of course, this track very different than most of the tracks we run. What's going to be the key to staying up front here?
Forward bite. Track is 97 degrees. It's pretty slick out there. You're going to have some forward bite and a lot of grip.
Yeah, we were sitting here talking. I expect you're going to possibly, run a little bit higher to mid, possibly see some bumpers being put to people. Is that going to be one of the biggest challenges if we do get a lone green flag round, which we do expect to happen, is the lap traffic and stuff that you could come up on?
Well, hopefully we stay clean and stuff like that, man. It's a lot of fun to run with these guys, and hopefully a couple of my teammates have a good run too, Michael and Cody, and we'll be able to finish out 1, 2, 3, hopefully.
Man, you're starting on the pole tonight, so good luck. We'll be up here watching you as we get ready to take the green flag here in just a few minutes. So good luck tonight, and I'll be up here watching.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, man. So we will move him back up. Of course, teammates with Cody Brinson and Michael Goddard, and we know Michael's good as well. Cody, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a real-life driver, I believe, Derek, so that's pretty cool. All right, so we'll take a quick break. Be right back to get this race started. We got about 3 minutes before we go green flag.
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero. With fearless thoughts, emotions swirled, I wanna be the man that be a superhero.
Team racing allows multiple iRacing members to team up and race together, just like in real-world endurance series. Teammates can share driving duties, spot for one another, or be a crew chief. Team racing is free both to join a team and to create one. Each teammate races on his or her own computer from wherever they want to. Your teammates can be anywhere in the world, and changing drivers mid-race is as easy as a click of a button. iRacing features team endurance events ranging from just a couple of hours to 24 hours in length. So, if you fancy taking part in an iRacing endurance race in the future, you can learn more about team racing on the teams page on the member website.
Welcome back to NASRA, short track racing at its best. Super late model series about to go green flag here at Irwindale Speedway. Got 25 drivers taking the grid. We had to send 5 guys home, including some big names. Danny Lawson, Jonathan Smith, Doc Stout, I know is a big one. Christopher Moody failed to make the field once. Actually, he did make the field, I believe. No, he did not. So anyway, we are starting to grid up, and of course, our pole sitter was Colin Allman, and you see him right there on your grid now as we get ready to go green flag from Irwindale Speedway. First time I've ever broadcasted a race here. Looking forward to it. And, should be a fun one. As you see, the number 67 Rocky Ridge Chevrolet sitting on the grid. Of course, Donald Clark. I'm anxious to see how the 18 runs. Tim Bills, the famous bump and run, happened last week. That was a fantastic race, man.
Oh yes, yes it was. And honestly, I'm about to say, what track was we at last week?
Where was we? I don't even remember.
Was it South Boston? No, that's
Stafford.
No, because I don't even have Stafford.
Southern National.
There we go.
Southern National.
That's bad. It's like, no, because we didn't go there because I don't even own that track.
I half the time I don't even know. I forget with all the broadcasting stuff. I actually forget.
I'm gonna say you forget where we're at sometimes, even when we're at the actual track.
Yeah, like literally, I have to ask people where I'm at.
But so yeah, guys, Adam always asks me while we're on break every 30 seconds. Derek, what track are we at? Derek, what track are we at?
Yeah. So. I look at a lot of stuff. Too much stuff to remember.
Oh, trust me, I believe it.
Alright, so we're about to roll here. Cars look great tonight. Let's take a look here at your grid. Colin Allman, Tim Bills. Row number 2, we got Michael Goddard, Donald Clark. Row number 3, we got Logan Runyon, Adam Jocelyn. In row number 4 from Florida, Cody Brinson. Keep your eye on Cody, I'm telling you now. Levi Poland going to be starting in 8th. Dante Curtis, your points leader, alongside the always very fast A.J. Rogers from Virginia. Jerry Glenn going to be starting in row number 6 alongside Chris Stewart from Canada. Russell Brown Jr. from Georgia alongside Ryan Lange. In row number 8, we got Bob Lawrence, Scott Austin. In 17th and 18th, We got Russell Tarninski, who's up inside the top 5 in points, alongside Charles Lahr. Russell's got some work. Brian Hacker, another very good driver, going to be starting in 10th with Kyle Lorraine. TJ Watt, AJ Brissett back in 22nd. That's a long ways to come back from. We'll see if AJ can do it alongside teammate Joseph McWhorter and Landon Lacey from Overtake Motorsports. And Jimmy Babs will start in row, well, the last row. I forgot what row that was. So we're getting ready to go racing here. I believe that was row 13.
Yeah. How did you figure that one out?
I basically remember he was 25th. That's about all I can remember.
I don't know where the pace car even goes out here.
One key factor of this race, and usually I say drop-off is the key factor to this race. I still think that's going to be the factor of this one. However, the center of the corner is going to be key to this race, I think, to get into victory lane. Derek, who gets the win as we get ready to go green?
10 Bills. I'm calling it bump and run again.
Bring us to the green flag.
All right, pace car's already down, boys. You know what? It's a different style of racetrack, but I'm ready for it. We are green here at Irwindale. Huge checkup on the outside by Tim Bliss. Can't even get going.
First off, it was Tim Bills, not Blitz. As we look to the outside, it's 098 on his inside, trying to make the pass. That is Cody Brinson in the 098, looking to the inside now, working on the back of Logan Runyon as well in the Ford. As Brinson not going to be able to take that spot away from Bills. Bills does, however, fall back a couple spots, and that's where the race is right now as we work through turn 1 and 2.
A lot of side-by-side action, a little bit of contact actually back there near the back between the 14 and 44. They seem to like to get it all straightened out. As
we will go back to that battle, by the way, with Charles Lahr and the 14 of Russell Tarninski.
Actually looks like, wow.
Love that paint, man.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually Bob Lauren, I think is how you say it?
Bob Lorraine, yeah.
Bob Lorraine.
Oh, no.
He's still hanging
Lorraine,
on the inside. A lot of guys actually hanging on the inside.
Yeah, and I don't expect that to be there long. I'm going to be honest. It's really, right now, my personal opinion, and this is just me, just give it up, get to the high line, save your tires, because you're really burning off your tires running that low line.
Someone who's getting very aggressive back here, and that would be the 31 car. Ryan Lange?
Ryan Lange, yes. He started in 14th, is up to 13th. Ryan's been one of them guys, man. He hasn't had the greatest season this year. He did good last season, or well last season. Hasn't been what everybody thought he would be so far this season.
As we still got a battle. Dante Curtis still trying to hang on the bottom back there in ninth. Kind of shocked to still see him back here.
Who's he racing? Levi Poland?
That would be the 91 of Levi Poland. Actually doing a very good job hanging on right there with Dante Curtis.
Look how high AJ's already running.
Yeah, AJ, he's all the way up there against the wall. Honestly, makes me think that he may try to take it 3 wide and get to the 91. It's actually still got a good little battle.
See, I'm telling you right now, watch AJ, because he's doing this for a reason. He's doing this to save tires. We know AJ is one of the cleanest drivers, and I honestly, it's weird to say, because I like to say, one of our teammates, Joe Burchett, is up there with him, but one of the cleanest drivers in all of iRacing that I've seen. He knows what he's doing when it comes to these super late models, so I'm not surprised to see him right up against the wall.
Finally cleared Levi. Actually, Levi trying to get a good bite back on the outside. Can't really get it. Caused AJ Rodgers to get out of it. We kind of work our way back up kind of to the front of the field here.
49 actually was looking. Chris Stewart actually took a peek to the inside of AJ.
I just want to let you know here, Colin Allman starting to check out already a second and a half out on Michael Goodard. In second, Logan Runyon in third, trying to look to the inside, followed by Tim Bills. Tim is actually doing a good job getting it back to it. Almost a little bit of contact there between Logan and Michael. Actually, Tim trying to look into the outside.
This would not be the first time, by the way, we see Tim behind Logan. Of course, Colin is actually Michael Goddard's teammate. So right now that team running 1 and 2.
Caution is out.
Caution is out as we got...
Ooh, 19 cars.
Russell Cherninsky, one of our top 3 in points, I believe.
Yeah, I believe he is third in points. He is third in points. He's got a lot of damage to that car. That car might be done. It has no arrow, no nothing. Let's back it up and see what happens.
He ran super low compared to everybody else.
Okay. Well, you might have to back it up to turn. Oh, that's not good. Oh, he flipped a little bit. Oh, he was upside down.
Watching the right there, the 14 gets in the back of him a little bit, and then somebody else got into him. Yeah, he went for a ride. That's Brian Hackard actually got into him a little bit. Who else got damaged? I seen a green car go by.
32.
Joseph McWhorter. Wow.
Yeah. Actually, I do want to add something here. 14 did not make contact with him.
Really? So did he just get loose from what you said?
I believe so. From what I'm seeing, I mean, he was there, but you know, Adam, here lately, there's been a lot of problems with the cars just getting loose, and that's just about any of them whenever they get close.
And that's what's any car too lately.
Yeah.
I don't know what's been going on.
I'm about to say that was probably one of those ordeals again, because at least from what I'm seeing, I'm not seeing contact. Now, I'm gonna get one last good little view here, see if maybe, because it was very close.
While he checks that out, I do want to mention Brian Hacker coming back down pit road once again. Of course, you can see that he is on where the pit road is on his track. There's actually another racetrack right there where he's at. That is the inner. And then you actually have a figure 8 course that you can run here on week 13 when I race, which is a blast.
I actually want to try the Pro Mazdas here. Now I'm thinking about that. Adam, write that one down. We're doing that.
Pro Mazdas
figure 8. That would be amazing.
Even Skip Barber's would be fun.
Oh, that would be too. I just want to note something here. Isn't it a penalty? Or I don't know, in like real life, like, don't you have to have the number on the top of your car visible? Because I thought that there at one point that you gotta have like the top number has to be visible.
I'm gonna be honest. I wish I could actually tell you, but I'm not 100% sure how that works.
Well, because there's a reason why I bring it up. Can you go back to the 19 here? Just look at the top of that car. There ain't no number.
There's not a number. Oh.
Yeah. There's not a number.
It's completely gone. It scraped the whole number off.
We're
going to go back green, yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, I've been back there looking at damage. All right.
Pace car is already in. Green flag.
Going on the goes. Michael Gooder hangs right there with them. 10 builds and Logan
Ryan.
Better
start that time as Logan Ryan, as Derek called him.
You know what? It's just been one of those type of days.
He's having trouble tonight, boys. It's good side-by-side racing between last week's first and second place. 10 Bills, Logan Ryan.
Big funnel back there near the middle of the pack.
Oh, Logan Ryan, 10 Bills! And Donald Clark and more. 4 wide, and this is going to get bad. We're going to have a caution. There's just more. More pile in.
Well, 14, he didn't get damaged last time, but
somebody else just wrecked under caution. There, that was one of the biggest wrecks.
70. 10 Bills blown up.
Oh.
Russell Brown Jr. damaged.
One more look, by the way, at this.
This is about to get a little interesting here.
This got ugly in a hurry. Remember, these two guys bumping around last week, and that time it looked like Logan made him just a little bit. Thought he cleared him. Donald Clark got some damage in that. A.J. Rogers, the 5 was involved with Scott Austin, 97, 14.
They was 5 wide.
And then the 10 and the 37 somehow got together.
84 got damaged. Yeah.
Looks like Tim actually came down into the 70.
Oh, wow.
Of Russell Brown Jr., and that's, wow.
I figured out, so after 10 Bills came down, yeah, that was causing a little bit of a stack up. The 44 ran over the back of the 5. That's what caused the whole little bottle up there, that where you see the 97 get up and almost flip over, which I'm kind of surprised he didn't.
Actually, I don't know if anybody actually made it through this.
Actually, I do see one car go right on with the 25 of, who's the 25?
Is that, AJ Brissett, maybe?
I believe so, yes.
AJ Brissett, yeah.
Yeah, go right on board. I'm not sure if he got damaged, but he snuck through it, as far as I can tell, right on board with them. I mean, you just see all this calamity going on in front of you.
Oh, my gosh.
Then you see all that.
He made it through that.
How did he get through that?
Holy crap.
Well,
Somebody else that actually did a really good job, he did get a little bit of damage, was Landon Lacey. He didn't get much. He got hit in the back a little bit by the 19. But honestly, Landon did a really good job. He slams the brakes on it, just spins it. Instead of, actually him and somebody got together. And that's actually what caused it.
He's got a lot of damage on the driver's side, actually.
Yeah, you're right. He does come down pit road. I did not see the damage. Wow. Boy, we thought there would be action in this race, Derek. We thought wrong.
Yeah, well, actually, I was kind of on the fence about it. I thought it would have been either way, honestly. But I just want to go on and add on.
Ask you, is that something? Now, I don't think Logan did it on purpose, but I want to ask you, is that something that carries over from last week with the bumping around late in that race? Over the last 2 weeks.
Because you got to think, they both ran into each other at Richmond.
True.
And then the bump and run last week, and I can't. Now, I personally don't know Logan, so I don't know if how much of a grudge he likes to hold. But especially coming from experience, yeah, that kind of frustration makes you run guys a little different.
Yeah, and I don't think he came up on purpose. I do want to mention that, but he may have raced him a little bit different.
Actually, we're
not so happy. We are going to go back green. His pace car is already in, and the green flag back out.
Another good jump there. Michael didn't get near as good of a jump. Who's that on the inside of Michael, actually?
That is actually Cody Brinson. Remember I told you to keep an eye on him. That's 098.
Adam Jocelyn out of nowhere. He's all of a sudden kind of seeing himself in 4th place there. And in 5th, Levi Poland. Haven't talked a lot about him.
I want to mention right now that the top 3 cars are NRC racing teammates.
That makes a team owner very happy.
Yeah.
Actually, we still got side-by-side here for pretty much for 3rd back to 6th now between Dante Curtis, Levi Poland, Adam Jocelyn, and Cody Brinson. Still side-by-side there. It's actually, we haven't talked much about Cody Brinson nor Levi Poland a lot here
Levi's doing a good job.
Yeah, he's doing a good job being able to keep it kind of right there. Actually, he loses to Dante Curtis there. Those two guys have been battling since the drop of the green flag.
Yeah, if you look at Levi's latest starts, as you see the damage, well, not damage, but you see the battle going on right in front of him. Well, maybe if I can get my camera right. There you go. You see the damage or the battle right in front of him. Where is Levi in standings, Derek?
I'll look on that right now. Levi.
He's not that high up.
He's 24th in points.
Yeah, he's had a lot of bad races, if I'm not mistaken.
He's 81 off the leader.
Of course, we're riding on board with him right now. Last week, I know he didn't have a good race. I can't remember.
Oh, actually, hang on. Okay.
Oh, he finished 7th, actually, last week.
Actually, that 19 car is still out there running around trying to log some laps. He is extremely off the pace. Caused a little bit of confusion for Michael there, trying to get around him. But actually, that brings Adam Jocelyn right there with him here. They get ready to go across start-finish line.
I want to mention that we do got a couple guys running. AJ's back out there on track, but he is 3 laps down. Then we have Tim Bills currently 10 laps down, not running. Logan running is out of the race as well right now. Russell Brown, Brian Hacker is also out. So we have had multiple cars actually exit the race with the damage that was caused by that big wreck.
Yeah, I'm about to say Tim's still on pit road. Logan, I believe, is also still on pit road.
Got one going around, 18. Donald Clark.
Oh, no. Oh, and who does he got right there with him?
I could not tell.
Me neither.
Oh, man.
iRacing goes the wrong way with me on it.
I don't actually find the 18.
The 31, I believe.
Ryan Lange, once again. Oh, just got into him a little bit. Definitely pushed up into him. We knew this track was going to push up somewhat.
That's net code there.
Yeah, I got net code as well.
The camera.
Yeah, that's what I got as well.
It's actually Lange will actually get a black flag, an EOL. They'll have to go to the end of the longest line on this start.
Who will?
The 31 car.
Okay. Right, here we go, riding on board with him. Comes up just a little bit. A little bit looks like possible net code. And he will spin to the inside. Luckily, none of them get a ton of damage from that. Levi Poland on pit road? Huh. Really interesting. A couple guys coming on pit road. Now, they're not allowed to take tires.
damage, maybe, but I don't
I'm
think
thinking he actually missed his pit box. I'm thinking that he's didn't put enough gas in his setup for qualifying. Yeah, he just put gas in it. He's down in the way already.
Well,
exactly why.
Well, I just want to look at. Actually, Levi was the leader.
Well, it's where he went to the inside. Now I'm wondering. Yeah, because for some reason where pit road's super short, you can still take the lead, which is weird.
Actually, I just want to point something out here. Out of everyone that's won this year, we only got a chance for 2 guys to have repeat winners.
Yeah.
And honestly, I hate to say it like this, I don't think either one of them really had the speed to do it. I mean, Jocelyn's got a chance. Dante Curtis, I don't know, he may just be too far back in the pack to really make something, but I don't think he really has anything for Colin, because, I mean, Colin's been able to check out on just about everybody.
No, I'm not saying anything bad about Dante. When I say this, what place is he right now?
He's 4th there, but that's because, of course, you know, with Rex and...
Yeah, he's got a really good... I'm anxious to see what he does on the actual... Once we start getting more laps and rubber on the track. Early on, he does not appear to have the speed. So, it's one of the things. He does got heavy damage, actually.
Yeah, he's got a lot of damage. I thought that was the paint, but nah, guys, that's not the.
It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna hurt him too much. But here's what I'm interested in. I'm still interested, or really impressed with Cody Brinson. I want to mention Cody is a D-class driver.
Better than I probably ever could.
2,500 rating.
Well, never mind.
But I'm not saying that to doubt him by any means. He races in real life, and it definitely shows that he does by how he races here. I mean, the kid is racing really good. I hate to call him a kid because I don't know how old he is, but
I just want to point something out here. Right now, biggest mover of the race, AJ Persett, started 22nd, 7th on the standing boards right now.
Wow.
I'm about to say, I told you, he'd find a way up there.
We knew he would find a way somehow.
Yeah, and of course, dodging that huge wreck was a big part of it. Here we go, get ready to come back to green. Calling all the big... Shut up, just broadcast.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah,
oh,
guys,
gosh.
I'm used to this, honestly, I'm used to it.
So, the 03 giving us 78 a bump.
As actually, that could get
him.
He
gave it to him again. He's giving it to him again. Wow. Dante and Curtis giving a bumper to Adam Jocelyn. He's going to give it to him again.
Dante,
we're seeing some bumps.
On anything, but you already got a little bit of damage. You're not helping your car.
Oh, he's going to do it again.
No, Adam's like, please just move 098. I want to get down. Actually, really, the 098 really helped.
Whoa! Brinson cuts up in front.
Huge move right this second, and well, it's not. Oh, Dante hit him.
Yeah, they touched. They definitely touched. And Dante's somebody you got to be careful not to mess around with.
29 gets in the back of the 03.
Wow. Great racing right now.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, this right here is a little bit of action going on right here. A little short track action.
Love this type of racing, man. We talked about it last week.
Jerry Glenn actually has a lot of damage, but somehow finds himself running in 8th position. Good little run for him. Babs, actually, who started dead last, is actually 9th.
Yeah, to be honest, a lot of people did not think he'd have a really good chance for the 25th spot. I was one of them. Not going to lie, he has really proven me wrong. Started on the last bubble spot, barely made it into qualifying, or barely made it into the race.
And actually, look at the guy right behind him, the guy who we saw going down to the big wreck. Scott Austin, right there, somehow finding a way back into this race. But, of course, we go back up front. Actually, the gap is actually not near as big as what I thought it was. Colin Allman not really able to check out on Michael this time, but actually here comes a hard charge at Adam Jocelyn trying to get there. Cody Brinson in 4th, and then Dante Curtis in 5th.
Yeah, Curtis, he's fallen back a little bit since the drop of the green flag. I think he's lost one spot since the drop, which, of course, a lot of that may have been just by the restart alone. But still, I mean, he's got a car that's definitely capable of the top 3. But at the moment, Jocelyn is one of the guys that's kind of playing spoiler for the NRC racing team as he is sitting in 3rd. Jocelyn actually does have a win. Where was it, Derek? Back at Martinsville? Richmond. Picked up a big win as the 03 gives the 098 another tap. looking to the inside. I don't think this battle's done yet.
Yeah, I've been watching for about the last 5 or 6 laps. We're actually getting ready to come up on the halfway point here. Coming to lap 48 right now. Boy, this race is actually going by fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Actually, here comes the 49. Look at the inside of the 03. They're going to be 3 wide. Oh, this ain't going to end well. Actually, the 49 thinks better of it. Checks out.
Yeah.
The 03 still trying to get to the inside of the 098. Actually, the 03 might get a good front here. Actually, the 49, he's wanting to make it 3
I want
wide.
to mention the 78 is all in the back right now. Oh! Blitzer goes around. Caution out. Uh-oh.
I heard a huge collision.
Yeah, that was a big one.
I heard a collision. Where's it at?
Did he hit him?
Yeah, he hit him. There's damage. There's a lot more damage than what there was before.
Oh, moved up just slightly. Now he's not done. Princeton only fell back to 7th.
I'd say that was definitely some net code there.
Yeah,
but
there's been a little bit of net code on this track tonight. I've noticed it.
It pancaked the left side, or what is that? The left side of the car. Oh my!
All right, guys, we'll take a quick commercial break. Be right back. Derek going to take over. Lap 50 as we do our switch. Be right back right after this.
Welcome back to Irwindale for the what's it called again? This league name.
Gracious, NASRA.
NASRA. See, I can't think of it.
I used to actually say NASRA.
I was about to just call it NASCAR, honestly. We're getting ready to come back green here. Colin Allman getting ready to bring us back to the green. And Michael Goodard, who has been, those two have just been dominant all day so far. And there we go. Green flag is out. 67. Oh, but it blinks a little bit there.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Dante Curtis trying to make it 3 wide right there in the middle.
78 gets a little loose on the bottom. It's Adam Jocelyn running the low line now.
Actually, they're back 3 wide. A little bit of contact back there near toward the back a little bit. Couldn't exactly see who that was. If we can get back here to that. That looks like the 91 and the 00.
That was Jimmy Babs in Poland.
Actually, Adam Jocelyn falling to the back a little bit here. It's actually AJ Brissett almost looked like he was wanting to go up there and give Jocelyn a little bit of a bump.
Brissett's done a really good job so far this race and getting up there.
That he has a man on a mission trying to get up to the front. Actually,
Dante Curtis trying to take over second place now that I'm looking
But I'm
at it.
anxious to see. I'm watching Cody Brinson right now, Derek. I want to see what happens if he does get back up with Dante. Will there be any contact?
It's short track. I almost believe it. But actually, we got a couple little battles here as
Yeah, Brinson, by the way, just passes AJ and takes over 6th.
actually AJ trying to come back and get.
Woo!
Oh, he did get one of those.
Little bump. Hey.
Brinson's got to feel like he's being picked on out
He's
there.
like a
Welcome to
pinball.
racing, buddy.
Remember, he does race in real life. I think he actually races late models in real life.
Caution.
Who wrecked? Jerry Glenn is around with, I think somebody else was involved with it as well.
Rogers was a little slow, maybe?
Oh, there's a bunch of cars that got ran into.
Oh, no. It happened on up in front up here. Oh! Right here with the 0 of Jimmy Babs.
Yeah.
Back this up here. As actually Scott Austin goes up and gives Jerry Glenn a shot. And it forces the 97 down. It just spins him out as Landon Lacey looks like he had contact. Oh, wow. With the 31 of 30.
Oh, yeah. Ryan Lane's got a lot of damage. I seen he just took a hard hit.
As I'm not sure exactly what happened with Landon in the 31.
I think the wreck happened.
Oh! Yeah.
And they
Landon
just checked up, maybe?
Yeah, the 502 checked up, the 31
Yeah, that's
didn't.
what it was. That's exactly what it was. Oh, and the 83 really nowhere to go.
Unfortunately, and that just causes, and then a little bit of contact under yellow between the 19 and the 17. Don't think there's anything with that, though. I think that may have just been a...
It's hard to see the 19's number on top of his car.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to point out earlier. I feel like that's the reason why they got to have the top numbers for the scoring table, as we're back into yellow. And Adam, of course, who's the biggest surprise to you being up in the position that he's in right now?
AJ Brissett. I want to say him because of where he started. It's either him or Jimmy Babs. Honestly, everybody else, I expect where they kind of are. But yeah, that's really who I see. Are you surprised by anybody that you're looking at? I mean, you can kind of, I know we're looking at Donald Clark to say him, but he started well, so I don't want to say him.
I mean, it's between him and Jimmy Babs, because Jimmy Babs is still inside the top 10. So it's got to be them two. Them two.
Babs' stats so far this year.
I don't know exactly.
They haven't been the greatest, I think. Oh, actually, I apologize. He is actually 8th in the standings.
Wait, what? Huh?
Yeah, yes, he is. Well, I'm sorry, not 8th in the standings. I apologize. He's got 4 starts this year, 0 top 5s, 0 top 10s, actually.
Oh, and he's 15th in points.
15th in points, yeah. His average incidence of race right now, definitely not where he wants it to be. But honestly, the rest of them ain't really that great either as far as that goes. So, I mean, yeah, he's not where he wants to be, but he's definitely improved as we're double back up. But he's definitely improved this race so far. Looking at possibly a top 10, maybe a top 5 if something else happens. You never know. We're already 66 laps in, so still a little bit of time left. By the way, guys, real fast, just look at the weather.
Yeah, we got too big into the points. We forgot to look at that. But here we go. Get ready to go back to the green now. Actually, the track's actually a little hot compared to what I thought it would be.
Yeah,
actually, here we go. We're back green here. 67 again. Gets up, clears the 40. Actually, Jocelyn trying to do the same thing Dante Curtis did last restart. Actually, Jocelyn looked like he might get a good little run here on the outside. Dante Curtis trying to get up to the top lane. Not going to get there. Actually, here comes the 49. Haven't talked a whole lot about him. That's actually Chris Stewart. Really haven't talked a lot about him. He started 12th. All of a sudden, a little bit of contact there between the 03 and the 78. 03 wanted to get up there, and the 78 was there. 03 said, "Excuse me."
Want to mention real fast that Cody Brinson is slowly working his way back up to the 03.
Yeah, it was almost contact between the 098 and the 49. As you can tell, he's just right there, so probably thought he was clear.
098 trying to hang on that outside.
Chris has done a good job.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job being able to hang on that inside line. He finally clears the 098. And they're now single file for the most part. Here comes AJ Brissett now trying to find a way to get around the 098. We're still side by side, a little bit farther back in the pack. Looks like between the 00 and the 502. Lennon actually doing a really good job, actually. Finding his way still up through the field, trying to battle Jimmy Babs, who I believe is in 11th now.
Yeah, he's fallen back a little bit since the drop of the flag. Showing 11th, but still better than having, you know, super bad races or wrecking out. Done a good job so far.
True. There's a lot of cars with damage.
Yeah.
I didn't realize those cars actually had with damage. Actually, Michael this time looks like he's actually hanging with Colin a little bit here. He's trying a little bit different of a line.
I wanted to mention he actually was faster last time by.
He's actually doing a really good job. Now look at that. Colin's kind of following him a little bit.
No, he moved down, took the.
Actually, we're just now inside 30 laps to go. We've got.
One thing that this 40 is going to have to do. He's going to have to keep adapting to these different lines because Colin will move up, take that line away, put the 40 in dirty air. And that does affect these cars on iRacing. I know it's a sim, but it is still pretty much like real life. And I want to say it's the closest thing to real life that you can get without leaving the house. So there is dirty air if you're wondering. So
I don't know. I don't think he's gaining enough on him to be able to catch him.
He lost some that time.
That looked like he gained a lot right there.
Yeah, right there he lost about a 10th. Really the fastest car out there besides our leader is actually Chris Stewart. Well, actually Cody Brinson and Chris Stewart. No, I apologize. Last time by, AJ Brissett was second fastest.
He's stuck to 98. As this has got about a pack of about 4 or 5 cars that are kind of nose to tail on each other. And, I mean, we're coming to the point, Adam, where the bumpers, you know, they've already been used a little bit. It's actually 098 gives the 49 a little bit of a bump. We've already seen it a little bit. I think we're really about to start seeing it here the next few laps because some of these guys know that you're not just going to be able to cleanly pass somebody now. Now you got to start giving the bumper and start moving people very quickly now to gain as many positions as possible.
Yeah, and, you know, this track is big enough. You know, it's two different sides. It's big enough, but there's, you know, if you do get bumped, it's not going to affect you too much because you don't carry too much speed. But the thing is, if you get bumped in the wrong spot, it's going to send you out of the groove, and you're going to lose multiple spots. We know how big track positions here. You see the 09 look to the inside, not going to happen. But yeah, track position is definitely key here. You're going to have to start using the bumper a little bit. Right there we go. Boy, he gave it to him pretty good right there. 49 did a good job on holding it.
I was about to say, I mean, we're coming to 21 to go this time as the 098 knows, hey, it's go time. I mean, you're not going to be making any friends with this many laps to go here. So I'm all for this 098 kind of getting all over the back of him. He just needs to be careful. The 098 needs to be careful. He's not going to overdrive it and potentially have a chance at letting AJ Brissett get to the inside of him.
But not only that, last thing you want to do is cause a caution and get an EOL with 20 laps to go now. If you cause a caution, you will get the EOL. So, and guys, if you enjoyed this race, make sure you tune in next week. We'll be back here again at Phoenix International Raceway. That's going to be very interesting for these cars. I'm really anxious to broadcast that one.
Is it with the open dog leg?
Yes, I believe.
Ooh. Yeah, well, 098 trying to make the pass on the 49. He's actually even with him at the line. Big gains for him from 098. He's still not quite clear. He might clear him here. He does clear him on the bottom.
I think the 49 may have actually let up a little bit there.
Well, that puts him to the top 5.
Maybe he wasn't real comfortable running that high up. I don't know. But good pass by Cody Brinson.
We're inside 20 laps to go now. Colin's starting to walk away with the lead now. Actually, he's completely checked out.
Traffic now. He's working on the 83 here in just a second. He's going to move to the inside. Well, that's actually, the 83 is Kyle Lorraine, I want to mention, back in 20th. Not having the night he wants, unfortunately got caught up early. You see the damage on his car. Now Russell Charninsky, which is going to be a huge pass, by the way. Charninsky was what place, Derek?
He was third in the point. As actually he goes all the way down to the bottom, and he gets cleared by the leader that time by. And it really doesn't even look like the lap cars are really even slowing down Colin at all.
Actually, Michael was about a 10th faster last time by.
Yeah, he actually got back underneath the second that time.
It's going to be tough to run that down, though. He's might have to have a little bit of help on one of these lap cars or something like that.
He's pretty much, I don't even think he really even needs a yellow right now. He just needs to have this thing run out. Actually, things starting to heat up now inside the top 5 now. Right now, Cody Brinson really running down Adam Jocelyn right now. They are, it was about 3/10 last lap. Now it's less than a 10th.
Yeah, you see that the 098 looking a little bit lower in the corners compared to Jocelyn. He's right below that yellow line. Jocelyn actually got the wall, yeah. And that's going to slow him up just a little bit more. Jocelyn already does have one win. He comes in here standing in the, what place is he in points? Top 4, I believe. We got 4th place in points, 15 points out of 1st. But right now he's trying to get in front of Dante Curtis, who's leading the league.
But Cody Brinson, he's looking like a man on a mission right now. All over the place, get to the inside of the 78. As we'll see if he can get the pass right here. 098 really drives it in there deep. Comes up a little bit on Jocelyn. Not going to get a whole lot done there. Brinson does beat him to the line. Is he actually going to run up a little bit on him again? Jocelyn? Yeah, he's trying to do everything he can to get Jocelyn to get out of it. And Jocelyn trying with everything to keep on it, but Brinson does make the pass. Here comes the crossover move maybe from Jocelyn.
It's going to be interesting now. Brinson gets around Jocelyn. Dante Curtis is right in front of them. Remember, Curtis got to the back of the 098 a little bit earlier.
How bad do you want to be on the podium and get interviewed?
That's true. And not only that.
And this guy already wrecked you.
The 49, by the way, is looking underneath Jocelyn. But not only that, that's 2 teammates right up 1st and 2nd.
That's true. Why not going to get the team sweep?
That's very interesting.
But that gap is well over a second. Still battling back there for what looks like the 5th position between Adam Jocelyn and Chris Stewart. Chris actually having a really good run there. Trying to get, they're actually dead even off the corner there. As we're now coming to 7 laps to go now. As actually Michael's kind of starting to run it back down a little bit. He's about 8/10 off, so he needs to really start having some big gains right now. We're coming to 6 to go. But AJ Rogers up there running the top lane. Really, I don't know. It's actually this time he goes to the bottom. As Michael just not, I don't think he's going to be able to gain quite enough to be able to catch up to Colin.
Yeah, last time by 40 definitely a little bit faster, but 5 laps to go at the line and still 6/10 back. It's going to be tough, close.
A lot right there.
He did. 2/10 almost.
Yeah, Ahmed was to the top lane through 3 and 4 while Michael was to the bottom. This time, Colin thinks better of it, gets down to the bottom. Michael tries to go a little bit lower than him.
Keep in mind you got the lap car coming up as well.
Actually, the gap shrinks a little bit more. 4 laps to go. Gap is at 5/10. I think if Michael gets there, he's got to put the bumper to him. I don't care if it's a teammate. How bad do you want to win? Here they go through turns 3 and 4. Now coming to 3 laps to go.
Keep in mind the lap car is right there running the high line.
Might actually hurt.
Oh, it's going to hurt to 67 a little bit. Yeah, it definitely hurt to 67.
Nothing wrong that 32 is doing. 32 held his line. Is actually Allman loses a lot of time now. Allman still can't even get up to the top. He will that time. Now the question, now can the 40 catch him at the right moment now? It's actually...
No.
He actually, really? I don't think the 40 really will lose too much there. Now he's going to try to dive it off. He goes down to the apron down there.
How about that?
It's not going to work for him as much.
White flag is out.
2 tenths, and he makes contact with the 83.
White flag is out as Colin Allman going to come through 3 and 4.
As it looks like Colin Allman.
Wow.
Looks like he's going to bring it home for a 1-2 finish.
And battle for 3rd is going to go to Dante Curtis. Cody Brinson.
Yeah, Cody Brinson. Adam Jocelyn picks up 5th.
Jocelyn
49.
barely beat Chris Stewart, by the way, at the line.
Yeah, very close idea percent. Wow, comes home 7th. Actually, I'm kind of interested. Oh, we got contact post-race. Oh, 98, no 3 getting into it.
Well, that is not good.
I was just about to say, we need to keep eyes on it. That's exactly what I thought. The 098 went after the 03, and I don't blame him. And he shows him his displeasure, and the 03 tried to get the last laugh. And that's actually the 03 ran into the 78. Not good there.
Oof.
Actually,
all right, so we're going to bring in our our winner tonight, who dominated tonight's race. Another good finish for Colin Allman. Let's bring him in. We talked to him a few moments ago. Derek, I'll do the first one. You do the second one.
Sounds good.
All right. And our winner, Colin Allman. Colin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Man, domination. 99 laps led. Talk us through your night. This place is definitely tough to pass.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I knew once we got in the session, I saw the track temp was 97 degrees. I wanted to start up front, so I started working on my qualifying set, and luckily we were able to out-qualify Tim there. He's one tough guy to out-qualify, and I think it was just hooked up. And towards the end there, Michael started catching me. I started getting a little worried there because I started getting real free getting into the center. I just had better drive off than he did. He just couldn't get in as better.
When you all was working on the race set, what was the key for this track? Because it looked like you need the car to rotate really good in the center to have good drive off.
Yeah, you got to be able to get it in and to the center pretty good at this place. Like, you got to be able to run the top and the bottom and the middle. You got to be able to run anywhere on this racetrack, and the forward drive can be is really important, but you also can't compromise the forward bite for too tight getting in and through the center. So,
well, man, I know you and your teammate finished first and second. Almost had a chance at a 1, 2, 3, but still a great run for your team at NRC. Is there any shout-outs or anything like that you want to give out?
Yeah, I'll just give a shout-out to Michael and Cody. Both had pretty good runs tonight. I think both top. Yep, Cody got fourth, Michael got second. 3 of us in the top 5, and get back to work for next week.
For sure, man. Good luck, and we'll see you at Phoenix. That's going to be a fun place.
All right, man.
We will move him up to his channel. We will talk to Michael Goddard right now. Derek, you got him, man.
Come back.
It's all yours.
Oh.
Michael, you got a copy, man?
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Man, pretty good. All right, man. Second place finish. Second place ain't bad, but does it hurt worse now that it was a teammate now that finished that won the race, or is it a little bit bittersweet because you guys got the 1-2 there?
Honestly, I'm really happy just to hang with Colin. You know, I've this past I'd say 2 months, I've really picked up a lot of speed on this game, and so I'm really happy for it. Wish you would have just hit the wall in qualifying again, but it was really fun. It was cool to see Colin win. It was cool to finish second again. I really wasn't expecting it, but I'll take it.
Now, right there near the end, of course, all race long, we saw everyone up against the wall, just in between the wall and that white dotted line. Right there, I'd say with about 20 laps to go, we see you kind of duck off, go down toward the bottom of the track, and you started gaining time. What made you think about going down there, honestly, that late in the race?
Just the fact that everybody runs the high groove, and with how hot it gets up there with everybody running it, I felt like there was more grip at the bottom, not as hot. And I noticed that I was kind of gaining on Colin a little bit, so I just stuck with it. And, wish the race was longer, because I think we would have had a chance to battle. I spent the first 50 laps just saving my right front, but, it is what it is. I'll definitely take second. This is awesome. I'll probably watch this live video a couple times this week.
Well, all right, man. Next week we go to Phoenix. It's a kind of different track than I think what we've been to all year long. Do you guys expect to have a pretty good setup there for their next week going in there?
Yeah, I'm always pretty confident working with Colin and whatnot. I've never raced the Super there. I've probably raced a couple pickup cup races there, but I know we'll test her a little bit and try to work on something so we can have a good package going into the night.
Alrighty, man. You got any shout-outs you want to shout out for tonight?
Yeah, of course. Colin and Cody. Cody got caught up in an incident about halfway through the race. I think we could have got a 1, 2, 3 if that didn't happen, but still rebounded to a 4th place finish, so that's awesome.
Alrighty, man.
Good job,
Congratulations on your second.
All right, thank you.
Good job, buddy. We will bring in Dante Curtis, who finishes in 3rd place. This should be a good one. Dante, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, you know what I'm going to ask. I would ask. Before we go on to the whole racing tonight, what happened there a little bit at the end?
I don't know. I guess the 098 wasn't happy with the way people race in this league, I guess.
Yeah, I know you're probably not in the best of mood right now, so we'll kind of, avoid that type of question for you. I'm sure you don't want to talk too much about it, but all in all, third place tonight, definitely not bad. Points leader coming into tonight. Looks like you're definitely going to be points leader coming out of tonight. Third place. What was the key to trying to get that third place tonight?
Well, I don't know what happened in qualifying. I just didn't even bother to show up. So I started ninth, and me and Levi, we had a good battle for the first 10 laps. We were side by side, had some good racing, but, it was really just, once again, dodging an obstacle course. I hate up front, every week we're getting targeted by the 37 and the 18, it's just, I'd like to finish one of these weeks, with a clean race.
Yeah, man, I definitely hear you on that one. Next week, Phoenix International. Definitely a different type of racetrack than what we normally go to. A little bit bigger at a little over a mile. How do you feel about heading to Phoenix? I can't remember if it's nighttime or not. I think it is.
Phoenix, it's a NASCAR track, big mile track. We was good at Milwaukee last time we run, so it's going to be weird. It's a completely different track than Milwaukee. It's still a mile, but I don't know how we're going to tackle it. But we'll be fast.
Well, man,
we'll be there.
I'm sure you'll definitely be inside the top three, probably fighting for a win, most likely. Keep celebrating, keep doing what you're doing, man. Points leader. Any shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Logan. He had a tough break last night at Anderson in real life. He led first 50-something laps, had a flat tire leading, but it's good to have him back. He had a busy week, but he put in a lot of time on this setup, and sucks we had it ruined. But I like to thank him, Dante Curtis Designs, and NASRA and Chuck Smith.
For sure, man. Good job. Go out there and see if you can make up for everything that happened tonight. I know you guys are going to be fast, so I'll be talking to you next week.
All right, thank you, Adam. Take it easy.
You too, buddy. Derek, I want to go ahead and mention real fast to you. I think there's some drama.
Yeah, the one thing that I say that
I think it's good for the league.
Yeah, and I'm about to say this is one thing me and you talk about a lot, just in racing, I guess.
Yeah.
Some leagues they want to cut drama almost as soon as it happens, and I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really know how Chuck feels about it. I didn't hear anything post race Chuck getting on to either driver, and I'm hoping that he doesn't because I think drama builds.
Yeah.
Now you got to contain it. Contain the drama. Don't let it get where they're going at each other and like during practice that's all they do in the race. That's all they're doing is trying to take each other out. But like kind of like the miss we're seeing with Logan Runyon and Tim Bills, where they've kind of got each other the last 3 weeks. Maybe we'll see something going on in the fourth week.
Yeah, right before I was doing them interviews, when I pulled in second place, I noticed that Dante was actually in the room with Tim Bills in the admin channel. So I'm sure there's some words being said, but like you mentioned, a little bit of drama never hurt nobody, and it brings a lot of excitement to the broadcast. It might not be great in general for the league itself, but for broadcast purposes and entertainment-wise, it makes a heck of a show going into next week. I mean, the last 3 weeks have been excellent racing. We had our 5th different winner tonight, and, I hate to kind of overshadow Colin's win because he dominated. Every race we've seen this year besides last week was dominated by one certain driver, but I hate to kind of overshadow Colin's win with the post-race activity, but you got to talk about stuff that is happening. So, but still, a good win for him, and we'll move on to Phoenix.
Yeah, and I don't know if that track could be interesting, especially with drama building. I honestly don't know really where Cody Brinson will feel about the subject. I almost just want to go up there and talk to him about it, just to ask him about it. But, who knows where it could go? I mean,
do we want to bring in Cody?
Actually, I kind of do.
Let's bring him in and ask him.
Yeah, I kind of want to bring him in about it.
Bring him in. Hey, Cody, you got a copy?
Oh, come on.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there he is. Well, we got to ask you, man. A little bit of post-race activity. We kind of enjoy it up in the booth because it makes it very entertainment for us. I know everybody else might not think so, but talk us a little bit about what happened there.
I was starting early on in the race. I knew I could keep up with Michael and Colin. We're all on the team. We all have very, very similar setups. I wanted to just save my tires and see if I could get past them. because I feel like that'd be really cool for us to finish 1, 2, 3. And I just felt like Dante was pushing the issue a little bit too soon. And whenever he got into my left rear, it just like it killed my right rear too much. And me having to go back through the field, I just didn't have anything at the end. I felt like if I had 15, 20 laps left, I probably could have made it back to his bumper. But I didn't have anything there at the end. So I figured instead of having any issues on the track, I would just take my anger out after the race.
Well,
where
it made it fun for us. It made it fun for us. And next week, Phoenix, different track. I would kind of talk to your teammate Colin a few minutes ago, but how do you feel about heading to Phoenix and knowing what that place is a whole different ball game?
I race people like they race me, so if we go into next week and I get by Dante perfectly clean, or he gets by me perfectly clean, and we never put a scratch on each other, then that's how it'll be. I
like it.
I give respect whenever I get respect, and that's how I drive.
Derek, any questions?
No, he pretty much answered it.
Well, Cody, man, good luck next week. It's going to be fun to watch from our viewpoint. I'm glad I'm not racing, but good luck, and we'll be watching that. Is there any shout-outs or anything like that you want to give before we get out of here?
Colin and Michael, with all the help on the sets they've been giving me, I feel like it's really helped me a lot, and I feel like my positions have really shown that. Last week at Southern National, I qualified 20th, and I was making my way through the field, and we had a late race incident, and I still finished in the top 10, and Michael gave me that set because I didn't have time to make one, and it was just amazing, and both of these setups were fast, and it's great to be able to drive it.
I want to give you a shout-out for something. You're one of my favorite guys to watch in here. You're exciting, so good luck next week, man, and we'll talk to you then.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man. And that was Cody Brinson. He is fun to watch, Derek. I'm looking forward to next week, that's for sure. You can kind of hear it in both of their voice, Dante and Cody both. And,
I just love it.
Then you got Tim Bills battle. And one interesting aspect I want to mention before we go, and, you know, it's definitely not taking a shot at RMS because I like Rogan, I like Dante, both of them got my respect. They're both great drivers. But I feel like there's 3 different teams in this series that dominate, okay? And I feel like the other teams don't like that. And I feel like it comes out to the track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of like Go Fast. You know?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Actually, that is actually a very good point.
Well, Derek, get us out of here.
Well, guys, there really isn't a whole lot more to say. Great race tonight, but I guess we've already made our final comments. So, guys, God bless. Have a great night. And we'll be back on tomorrow night for Red Light?
Yeah, tomorrow night for Red Light, and then tomorrow night at 11 p.m. we'll be on for Pony Express GT3 League. So we'll be back with them guys.
So you guys get to hear the late night TRN series. That'll always be fun at late night.
I forgot where we're racing at tomorrow too, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I hopefully Adam will have me back in the broadcast tomorrow for Red Light, and then hopefully you guys will see us again for the GT3 League. But this is Derek and Adam Chapman signing off. God bless everyone. Have a great night.